Happy Black Friday. I gotta make this episode quick. I have to run out to Walmart. I hope everyone had a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday yesterday. I know I did. The past couple of years I've been invited to a few friends' houses, which is always great. You can relax and get served. This year I decided to stay home with the beeps and do it solo. And today we're gonna deal with leftovers, as I'm sure all of you are doing. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite meals, and I went crazy. So let's head over to the marble, and I'll show you what we got. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Thanksgiving dinner from yesterday. It's 8 minutes to noon already. That pot of joe that opened up the show was my second of the morning. I had one very early, around 8 a.m. I had 2 cups of joe and half a pink grapefruit. That's all I'm working on. So what we're going to do is brunch. Let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
I had a half a pink grapefruit this morning because I use it in my cranberry. It's a great addition. But what we're going to do is this stuff is for later. I'll just walk you through my little modest Thanksgiving meal for one real quick. The cranberries with pink grapefruit. One of my favorite things ever, reminds me of my grandmother, Gertie. Mashed turnips. And the secret is 1 potato goes in to just kind of offset that turnipy flavor. And the turnip was from the market. Potato was from my nice little harvest in the basement. Did some green beans. Very simple. Steamed them in the little Chinese bamboo steamer, very simply. Tossed on a little bit of the fresh mint and some extra virgin olive oil and some lemon juice. Simple, simple, simple. Nice green beans. Always a good addition with the cranberries as well, because Thanksgiving dinner tends to be a little, colorless with the earth tones. All right. So those are going away. I'll have all that later. This is one of my favorites. I think this is Tyler Florence. I'd have to go back to my sheets. I printed out stuff over the years, and I stick with some of my faves. And this is phenomenal. It's sweet potatoes, but instead of all that marshmallowy nonsense, banana. You put in 1 banana. It's topped with, are those walnuts? Pecans. It's an amazing dish. Tyler Florence. Sweet potato with banana. You can look it up. So, turnips, green beans, sweet potato, cranberry relish. Those will get devoured. What we're doing for the brunch is some turkey. I was up till all hours of the night, having fun, cleaning. There's a special bonus at the end of the show. I'll show you also why I was up till midnight. But I also processed down all my turkey. Now, I did not make a bird. I had 2 thighs and a big drumstick, and I did them out on the Weber. It's got that smokiness. I also brined them for 24 hours. So they were super moist, super delicious. And then I stayed up till all hours of the night, sipping a little vino and processing it down, because this morning was garbage pickup. So I wanted all the bones and stuff out of here. Cubed it up, and I got turkey for the next several days. I'll have to make some fresh mayo, do some turkey salad. I have another loaf of bread. I made 2 loaves of gorgeous white bread for the stuffing, and one's in the freezer. Damn, this is cold, but this is the whole holiday for me. Freshly baked bread, fresh eggs. So I have another loaf in the freezer, do some turkey salad sandwiches, and of course the gravy I put in this yogurt container. We don't have to look in there because, as you know, a well-made gravy coagulates and gets a little funky. Instead, let's head over to the stove for a second, and then we'll come right back here. Here we go. What I did is I put a low flame on. This is not just for cooking on, I use it as a warmer. It's fantastic. So I put it over the lowest burner. cooked down my gravy till it was nice and warm and back to life again. Not that coagulant. Little skin on top, but that's okay. We'll heat it up again before we use it. Oh my God. With the smokiness of the turkey, I'm telling you, the wood fire did it. So, okay, back to where we were. So, we got brunch, Thanksgiving leftovers. What I've decided to do is, I got my second pot of Joe. It's already noon, so it's brunchy. Let's warm up some of this stuffing. I've got the toaster oven preheating over there, so you'll meet me over at the board in a second. I'll show you how we're going to put this together. A little Thanksgiving, Black Friday brunch. All right, meet me over at the board. Shh, the beep sleeps. She had quite a holiday. Outside a lot. Yesterday was gorgeous. Had a little rain this morning. It stopped raining, the sun came out, now it's a little overcast. A little party I'm going to later, and that's what the special surprise is going to be at the end of the show. So we're just going to pre-warm up the stuffing a little. It's going on the stove top, but let's warm it up a little. It's fresh out of the fridge, and then while we go to the stove with that, we'll pop some of the cubed turkey in. Quality control. Oh man. Brining is a must in my book. And then a little smoke on top of that. And I only went for the dark meat. I was always bored with the turkey breast. All right. While that's warming up, let's go over to the stove and get set up. I'll show you what we're going to do here. Brunch. All right, we had the... That's hot back there because I had the back one on. We had the griddle on for that left back burner, but let's get it back where it belongs because we want to use this center. Front's fine, back is hot. There we go. Get that back in place. Now, all right. Oh, and I almost forgot. I was showing you all the ingredients, the Thanksgiving leftovers, but it's brunch time. Got these two beauties from the girls just this morning. Let's poach. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, I'm not remembering. Did I cover this in another episode already? This poaching hack? I got this from a YouTube. I wish I could remember and give the person credit, but I have tried every poaching hack over the years. I think I did this because I think I remember. Let's go with some water. I've done the thing where you swirl it. I think that's the Julia Child one. I never bought any of those little contraptions. I don't know. I've done it where I just crack right into the half water, half vinegar. Just straight distilled white vinegar. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Okay? And now what we're going to do is crack our eggs right into here. And we're going to let them sit while we prep everything else. You're going to see what happens. The vinegar starts to almost set the white part of the egg for you in advance. And then we'll tip them neatly into our water. All right. Meanwhile, I'll get a poaching pan on. Now what I used to do is poach with water and a little tablespoon or two of vinegar right in the poaching water. But now with this method, you don't have to do that. So just get straight up water on the front burner here. Get that on. Get that to temp. All right, everything's going to chill over here, get itself set and ready for our poach. So let's bring it back over to the board and see how our breadcrumbs are doing. Did I just say breadcrumbs? What a disservice that is to this beautiful stuffing. Breadcrumbs are stuffing. Just another one of the things I think about with leftover bread. Yeah, it's warming up. And then the flavor comes right back. All right. I think we're good on that. We want to warm up some turkey. Let me get another dish. I was going to use the same one, but let me get another one. Stuffing's warmed up. Let's get a little of this bird in here and warm this up now, and then we'll head back over to the stove, and I'll let the cat out of the bag. I've been a little cryptic about this, but I'll tell you what we're doing. It's a little take on something that I want to do. All right. Bird's going to warm up. Bread's already warm. Over to the stove. Come on. Let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Okay, here's what we're doing. Eggs Benedict-ish. Right? What do you got for Eggs Benedict? You got an English muffin. We've got stuffing. You've got Canadian bacon, a protein or a meat. We've got turkey. You got a poached egg. We got the girlies. Hollandaise. What do we got? We got gravy. So let's take these English muffin rings and get our stuffing in there. Press it down real good. I don't know if they'll hold together, we'll see. But I'm pressing them. All right. That temp on the water, much too volatile to try to poach eggs in. So let's bring that back. There we go. All right. We're going to brown both sides of this. We'll flip them in a minute. Turkey's warming up. You know what I think I'm going to do? Just thought of this now. We'll put just a drop of gravy in each one. I'm hoping that it sort of acts as a glue. And it'll help moisten the bread a little too. And think on your feet with this stuff. Still plenty in here warmed up for the top. Not worried about that. Our faux hollandaise, aka Thanksgiving Day gravy. Damn, this is going to be good. Now, we get Thanksgiving sandwiches like at these delis and everything, and they put a little cranberry on there. I suppose I could add cranberry to this to get the full flavors, but not with the eggs. I think I got it dialed in. Eggs Benedict. All right, speaking of eggs, let's come over here and have a look. So you see what's beginning to happen? They're getting cloudy. Getting a little coagulation in the white part of the egg. See that? And over the yolk, that's what we want. So now let's go back to our poaching water and we're going to slip them in ever so gently. Before we get our eggs in, let's give these guys a flip so they can warm through on the other side. Ooh, look at that. I think they're going to hold together just perfectly. Gravy did the trick. This one, not so much. That's all right. We'll get it back in order. There we go. Our English muffins, so to speak. Let's get that little crouton under there so we can press it down flat. Now let's give a little press, tighten them up. And what I'm going to do now, since these were already warmed through and now cooked on here, is I'm going to crank this all the way down to low. And now we let them just rest and warm through. And we can go back to our poaching. There we go. Here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to pour off some of the water, top of the poached egg. And now I'm just going to slip them in very gently. So there you go. The white is already started to solidify in advance. Get them in. Now the key to poaching, in my opinion, is the water temp. Too hot and it'll just jostle the eggs so much and dishevel them. Too cold, they won't cook quick enough. So let's bring it up. You want bubbles. You don't want it rolling, but you want little bubbles. And then I like to just give them a little spritz like this. You can start picking the white up. Now, at this stage, let me get my gravy back on the hot. Keep that warm. And let's check on our turkey. It's looking good in there. Should be warmed up by now. Let's have a peek. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? It was just luck of the draw. Thanksgiving Day turned out to be, I know we're not supposed to say it in this day and age, but I say it. Sorry, woke police. Indian summer. It was gorgeous out. It was in the 50s, full sun, got a ton of yard work done. So I decided I'm cooking outside. This is a wood fire meal. Just a bird. I did everything else in the kitchen, obviously. But I was like, I'm cooking this turkey over some wood. And it didn't take long because it wasn't the whole bird. Now what I like to do is just gently, these are okay. Sometimes they stick just a touch to the bottom of the pan. These aren't bad. But I like to give them a little gentle release. Give them a bath. They're almost done. Depends how you like your poached eggs. I like a little bit of run to the yolk, not too much. I want it cooked, but I definitely want it to ooze out, especially with Benedict. All right, let's set up our plate and then these eggs will be perfect. Let's do this. We'll start by taking our rings. One at a time. Let's see how well they hold together. Not bad. I'll take it. It's not going to be on the plate for long anyway. There we go. English muffins. English stuffings. And now, you would have a toasted English muffin there, correct? You would put your Canadian bacon, or sometimes I prefer smoked salmon. Your meat protein on top of the English muffin. Okay, they're not going to be as clean looking as an actual Eggs Ben, but I suspect it's not going to be a huge problem. Now, I am going to press them just a little. Not enough to break the bottom any more than it is, but we do want the egg to be able to sit. So now, let's fetch these poached eggs. Got this nice little slotted spoon, just the size for an egg. Let's just tap off a little bit of the water. Friday brunch, Thanksgiving weekend. There we go. Normally I'd salt and pepper that, but everything is super seasoned from yesterday. All the burners are going off. And last but not least, our hollandaise, AKA gravy. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Now that I'm seeing my plate, I imagine to really make this, theme oriented. A little bit of warmed up turnips, maybe some cranberry, maybe even a few green beans might have been nice, but I'm going to a party later. Excuse me while I eat the gravy right out of the thing. Going to a party later, so I think this is going to hold me pretty good. All right, let me zoom in here. And pardon me, just feast your eyes on that before I feast on it while I get myself a cup of joe over here. Second part of the morning. Well, technically it's afternoon, 12:24. Got a little working house, a little freelance, home with the beeps for 4 days in a row, which puts me in absolute heaven. So life is good right now out here on the homestead. All right. Zucchero, dove il zucchero? E qui. Yes, I'm a milk and sugar guy with my coffee. It's just a vehicle for fat and sugar. All right, let's dig in. See what we got. Faux eggs Benedict. Oh yeah, yolk perfect. Stuffing, turkey, gravy. Sorry, man, this isn't fair. Oh, man. Black Friday heaven. I don't know what you're doing with your leftovers, but this is virtual heaven on a plate. It's all about the stuffing, man. I don't care what anyone says. I know. Stuffing's in the bird, dressings. It's stuffing. I don't care if you're cooking in a toilet bowl. It's stuffing to me. This is outrageous. I'm going to finish this. We'll see you for the next episode.
Come on, let's do it.
You thought I forgot about you, didn't you? I told you I had a secret special bonus. I wouldn't forget you people. I'm on my way to a party tonight. That was midday when we shot the show, noon. It is currently 5 p.m. and I'm off to a party. So, I wanted to bring something special. Besides a gift, it is a birthday party. These people this will be up Sunday, so the cat will already be out of the bag because they are subscribers to the show. Here's the birthday gift. Half dozen fresh laid from the girlies, and a little Singapore sling I'll tape to the top. I think they'll appreciate that. No gift wrapping. However, never show up empty-handed, so I want to bring something along, and I waited till now because it was done last night at like midnight, but the finish has to happen now, just before I head over. So back over to the marble with me. Let's finish this thing up, and then I'm off to the party. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Thanks to those girls out there and their beautiful gifts. This is a family style. I used my pie plate. $6 at Hannaford a couple of years ago. I love this thing. But I'm going family style instead of individual ramekins. This is a blueberry and fresh sage family style creme brulee. Okay, so we have to brulee the top. So what we're going to do, and I have you saw the smoked cocktail episode, gift from my best friend. Thank you, best friend. So let's torch this up and then we'll bring it to the party. So we're going to dust the top with sugar, and trust me, I've tried everything. Turbinado, fancy, light brown, regular, plain old granulated sugar is what you want with this. And you want to cover the entire top because you don't want to be burning the custard itself. You just want to do the sugar. And the other thing I've learned in many years of doing this is not too thick. You just want a layer on top. And let me get my brush here, and we're just going to try to even it out now because we want a thin layer even across this top. Okay, I think I can put a few more granules, but I don't want to get too crazy with it. Get it out to the edges. I think that's enough. Now I just want to even it out. Okay. Now let's torch this beauty. Brulee, burnt cream. I see a couple of bare spots of custard. Let's get some sugar on there. All right, that's looking just about perfect now. All right, let's torch her up. Start on the outer rim and we'll move our way to the center. Nice concentric circles. Oh, it smells incredible already. Burnt sugar. I've noticed in a couple of editing sessions, there goes my beefaroni. I've noticed in a few editing sessions over time that my arm gets in the way. I don't have a director on set, so sometimes I don't notice it till after the fact. Trying to show a shot, and here's my big fat hairy arm right in the middle of it. I can't describe the aroma. It's unbelievable. It's been a few years now, but I spent about 2 years of my life solid perfecting creme brulee. I don't know how good this is going to be because I haven't done it in a while. But man, I ate a lot of really bad ones. Top was just too thick. Custard was overdone. Ideally, you want it thin, like a thin sheet of glass on top of that custard. So you can just easily crack through with a spoon, get that crunch, and that gelatinous, jiggly custard below. In this case, I made a little blueberry compote, just some blueberries. I think I used a little, maybe some brown sugar, light brown sugar, and then I chopped in a little fresh sage, super fine, into the custard. No extract, Madagascar vanilla beans, yolks, these incredible yolks from these chickens. Beep's got the whites mixed into her steamed chicken. So she's happy. I think we might be there. And if you get any spots that are like bare, you could always sprinkle on a few extra grains and then brulee that right on top of it. But again, I don't want to go too thick, all right? And you definitely want that brown, amber, beautiful top. Oh, this is going to be good. I'll bring the camera to the party. I don't know if there's going to be an opportunity. I don't want to be the obnoxious guest. But if I can get a reaction shot from the birthday boy, we'll let him crack into the top. And we'll see if we can get the reaction shot. No promises. This might be the end of the episode right here. We'll see what happens when I get there. All right, we got the birthday boy here. Happy birthday, brother.
Amazing.
Which was actually yesterday. How's it feel being born on Thanksgiving?
Like I'm a Tom Turkey. It feels great.
All right, so we're going to crack this creme brulee.
Wow, listen to that. All right.
Let's
One
see what
big old
happens.
crack.
Oh, yeah. How's the custard?
Beautiful.
wanna s-
Creamy. Creamy and soft.
All right, let's have you do the quality control and give it a taste. Do we have a little plate?
It's a little bit thin, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I didn't want to overdo it.
Ready to go?
All right, let's see what we got here.
Wow, look at that. Delicate, yet
Yeah, a little soupy.
crust?
That's all right. It's all about the flavor.
It's
Better
called a-
that than overdone.
it's called a creme brulee, not a curbstone.
It's usually to be done in a small ramekin. This is the big one. You got to be honest on this show. We don't fake.
I'm not faking. The creme is like an angel, and the crust is like the wings of the angel.
All right, buddy. I'm going in with you. Camera off.
So we want to get out of the kitchen in New York, like cake
I
servers.
know.
There's the birthday boy with the cake.
Yay.
I couldn't find the camera, bro. I missed the blowing out of the candles.
Oh, you want me to restage?
No,
Okay.
no. Go for it.
They'll share. Oh, such delicate little people.
Oh, I'm Robin Lynch. Here we are at the birthday party, the 60th birthday party of none other than Tom.
It is a great evening.
Who's that over in the corner? It's none other than the star of Whiskey with Tom. It's Tom, buddy.
Come on,